Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today I will give you the summary of Brahmavallee or Brahmavallee, which is the second Valli occurs in between Shikshavalli and Bhrigavalli, in which the main teaching of Vedanta occurs. Brahmanandavalli is the second Valli. This Valli is the main teaching of Vedanta. Shikshavalli and Bhrigavalli are like disciplines, and those two Vallis talk about meditations and values. What it indicates, this middle chapter or Valli portion is protected by very well through those values, disciplines, by staying in the side of this chapter. First Valli and third Valli, they protect the middle Valli, which is the main teaching. That indicates without these two Vallis, that means without values or disciplines, the middle Valli, that is Brahman, Jnanam, cannot be assimilated, cannot be claimed, or cannot be attained by a person. So this is the corollary we have to understand. Without chitta ekagrata, without chitta vishalata, without chitta samskara, this Brahmajnanam will not give any benefit. Not only that, it will be irrelevant without those sadhanas. So this is very, very important point we have to note. We have completed the first Shikshavalli. We are going to see the Bhrigavalli. The main teaching is protected. Then the topics are here. The three topics we are going to see. First, the Upanishad presents the whole teaching in a nutshell, that is a Sutra Bhaga. Aphorism. Sutra Bhaga means where the teaching is given in a cryptic form. Very, very short cryptic form, like a formula. Like an aphorism, formula. The whole teaching is given Brahmavid apnoti param, over teaching. This is called Sutram. Brahmavid apnoti param. Teaching is over in the form of sutra. Then how can we understand that sutra? Upon that sutra, the Vritti Bhaga comes. That is the second topic. First, the Upanishad presents as a sutra, the whole teaching as a sutra. Then second topic is what? Upon that sutra alone, Upanishad gives a short notes. You might have written in your school days short notes. You have to write short notes, paragraph, summarization, short notes. That is called vritti bhaga, second topic. Short notes. And that vritti also, it is a brief. Short means not elaborated anartha. Short means what? Not elaborated. Then Upanishad is so kind enough. This vritti also people cannot understand. So therefore, let me elaborate. Upanishad itself elaborates that vyakhyanam in the form of vyakhyanam. That vritti is elaborated in the form of vyakhyanam. So, sutra, vritti, vyakhyanam. Vyakhyanam means commentary. Commentary upon what? And the good old sutra again. Brahmavid apnoti param is going to be elaborated in the form of vyakhyanam. So, sutra, vritti, vyakhyanam. What is sutra, what is vritti, what is vyakhyanam, we are going to see now. Elaborately. Elaborately means I am going to give the summary. Okay. It consists of 9 anuvakas or paragraphs. 9 paragraphs totally. Sutra, vritti, vyakhyanam all put together in 9 paragraphs. Among these 9 paragraphs, first we will see the sutra bhaga. Okay, sutra bhaga we will see. Later we will come to vritti bhaga. Brahmavid apnoti param is the sutra. What it means? Brahmavid apnoti param. The meaning is the knower of Brahman attains the highest. The knower of Brahman attains the highest. Brahmavit means the knower. The knower of what? Brahman. The knower of Brahman. Apnoti means attains. Param means highest, the supreme. Brahmavit apnoti param. The highest can be translated as moksha, or the highest can be translated as infinite, or the highest can be translated as that Brahman. Param means supreme, highest. What do you mean by highest? Mount Everest. Highest. Here highest means infinite. Moksha or Brahman. That is the context here. What is the context here? Highest. Brahman tavare onnum kediyadu. So we have to understand. Param means Brahman. Brahmavit apnoti Brahman anardha. Illiyo? Brahmavit apnoti moksha. Brahmavit apnoti infinite. Correct dani? Param is equal to infinite, moksha, Brahman. Therefore, he attains Brahman. Then this statement, the Sutra Bhaga, once you listen, this statement creates 3 types of questions in our mind. There is a possibility for the arrival of 3 questions in your mind. Koncham thinking mind ku varum. Okay, what are those 3 questions? Brahmavit, apnoti, param. What is the first question? Kim tat Brahma? What do you mean by Brahman? First question. What is Brahman? Kim tat Brahma? What is their definition of Brahman? Then second question comes in the mind is, what is the method of knowing Brahman? Apnoti, he says, Upanishad says, apnoti, attains, prapnoti, he reaches. How? What is the method? Prakara. So, naturally we want to know that. So, what is the method of knowing Brahman? Vedana prakaraha. Sanskrit lo sollunumanna Vedana prakaraha. Kim tat Brahma? What is that Brahman? Vedana prakaraha kim, how to know that Brahman? Then third question also comes, what is meant by attaining the highest? Apnoti param. With second question. With means not English with. Sanskrit with. What is Sanskrit with? Knower. Knower. With dhatu. With means knower. Knowing. How one can know that? Brahman, that is with. Apnoti param means, what do you mean by attaining Brahman? What do you mean by attaining Brahman? Apnoti paramanna enna? What is meant by attaining Brahman? So, kim tad Brahma, katham tasya vedanam, and ka parah praptihi. Ka parah praptihi. What is the meaning of attaining Brahman? These topics all arised because of Sutra Bhaga. Brahmavidapnoti param Sutra Bhaga mulama. In the three questions have come in our mind. Suppose if they come. Upanishad says further study Vritti Bhaga and Vyakhyana Bhaga. Further you can study. Then the Upanishad begins Tadesha Bhyukta. Tadesha Bhyukta Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. Enna pudusa irko? First mantra. Tadesha Bhyukta onwards. Tadapyesha Shloko Bhavati, up to that Vritti Bhaga. Vritti Bhaga, Sutra Bhaga ki short notes. That is short notes. Short irukilyo? The short notes. What is that Brahman? Answer. Now we have to give. What is that Brahman is the question. What is the definition of Brahman? Or what is the lakshanam of Brahman? What do you mean by Brahman? For that, Vritti gives answer, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahma Lakshanam is Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. This is the definition of Brahma. You want to know Brahman? The Lakshanam? This is the Lakshanam. Puriyardo? Puriyalanna appuram Vyakhyanam vaanna. This is the short notes. See how beautiful the Upanishad presents, no? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Sat means what? Existence. Existence as a noun. Existence not small e. Small e அது adjective ஆயிடும். Capital E போட்டுக்கணும். Capital E போட்டாதான் noun ஆகும். All nouns are in capital letters or small letters? Capital letters. So, existence you have to put capital E. Sat means existence, it's a noun. Then Jnanam, knowledge. Knowledge, that K also you have to write a capital. Knowledge. Satyam Jnanam. It should be translated as knowledge. It is also a noun. Then Anantam taken as an adjectival word, limitless in artham. Limitless. That which is not limited. Anantam. So limitless, existent, consciousness. Knowledge and consciousness we can take capital C. Consciousness. Jnanam means what? I am conscious of. Enakku jnanam irukku. I am conscious of. I am aware of. That. So therefore, consciousness, existent, principle, that limitless Brahman. Limitless consciousness, existence, principle. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Puriyardo? Enakku puriyaradu alaha. Ungalukku puriyum nenakkire. This is the definition of Brahman. So, kim tad Brahma over. What is the next question? Katham tasya vedanam, second topic. 3 topics, 3 questions, 3 topics. Okay? Kim tad Brahma, first topic. Katham tasya vedanam, second topic. So, Sutra, Vritti, Vyakhyanam, 3 topic பார்த்தோம் first. இப்போ 3 பிரச்சனை 3 டாபிக்கா எடுத்துக்கிறோம். புரியுறதா? கன்ஃபியூஷன் ஆகாதுங்க. சரி, 3 பிரச்சனை 3 டாபிக். கிம் தத் பிரம்மா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டாபிக். கதம் தஸ்ய வேதனம் செகண்ட் டாபிக். கா பரப்பிராப்தி third topic. These are the 3 topics in the whole Valli. Okay? Second topic, Vedana Prakaraha. The knowing method, brief answer is, knowing method is, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Over. How to know Brahman? One should know Brahman in one's own heart. Yesterday I told you, Tyagaraja said, Satta Matrama Chala Nammitinina. You are in my heart, heart itself. Chittamandu ninnu chuchu saukhyame. Chittamanna mind. Chuchu saukhyame means recognizing you in my own heart. Saukhyam, that is the best sukham. Uttamamba mannuchu annar. That is the best method of knowing God. Knowing in your own heart as what? Not as object. As non-separate from yourself. Now see the connection. Tyagaraja Kirtanaki in the Brahmananda Valley irukira Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanada Tyagaraja sang Satta Matrama Chala Nammitini Chittamandu Ninnu Chuchu Saukhyame Uttamam Banuchu. Over. And Katham Tasya Vedanavanna and the Kirtanaki in the connection. Some students were telling Swamini, you have done a lot of research in. எப்படி கரெக்ட் பண்ணான்னா very simple. Once you study Vedanta, once you know the music, you can relate very easily. You need not do big research for that. Of course, you should know the meaning. And the meaning தெரிஞ்சாத you can connect both of them. Now you are able to enjoy. The brief answer, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam. This is the vritti. For that, as a witness consciousness. Guha means one's own heart, antahkaranam, one's own mind. As a witness, the witnesser of presence of thoughts and absence of thoughts. What am I witnessing? I am the consciousness principle witnessing what? Presence of thoughts and absence of thoughts. Pleasant thoughts, unpleasant thoughts. Favorable thoughts, unfavorable thoughts. Pleasures and pain. All I am witnessing, aware. Yaha Veda. The one who knows. Yo Veda, whoever knows, Nihitam Guhayam. Nihitam anna and Atma ulla irukku. Nihitam Guhayam. Parame Vyomanna Hridaya Akashatil. Vedila Akasham Pakade, Ulla Akasham Paruna. Eppadi paaka mudiyum? Ulla Akasham. Ulla Akasham paaka mudiyadu, unara mudiyum. You can understand, you cannot see. Adukku Yo Veda anchuna. Yo Pashya ani sollala. Whoever sees ani sollala. Whoever knows ani sonna. Puriyudha? That is the second topic. So, vritti bhava abhava pratyaksha sakshi. Aham brahma hridaya guhayam upalabhyamanaha. I am available in my own heart. As what? As the knower of all thoughts. Who? Osiya Arsiya? Osi. Knowing with the help of what? RC. RC இல்லாமல OC தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியாது. இல்லையா? OC through the RC recognizing as itself as OC. இது எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க. OC என்னென்ன? சத்தமே வரல. நேற்று உபவாசம் இன்னும் வீக்னஸ் இருக்கும். சாண்டிங்கும் வரல, சப்தமே வரமாட்டேங்கிறது. So the OC has to know, it has to use the RC to know as OC. Okay. Then comes the third topic, Vritti Bhaga. Third topic. What is the method of attaining Brahman? What is the method of attaining that Brahman? Ka parapraptihi. What do you mean by paraprapti? Soshnute sarvan kaman saha. Vritti. Over. Apnoti param is the sutram. Vritti is, இப்படி கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும். அங்க பிரம்மன் கி சத்தியம் ஞானம் அனந்தம். ஆன்சர். வித் என்னது? யோ வேத நிஹிதம் குஹாயாம் பரமே வியோமன். விருத்தி. ஆப்னோதி பரம் சூத்ராக்கு விருத்தி என்ன? சோஷ்ணுதே சர்வான் காமான் சஹா. இது விருத்தி. இப்படி கரெக்டா அங்க அந்த ஸ்லாட்ல கரெக்டா போடணும். அப்பதான் யூ ஆர் எக்ஸ்பர்ட்னு அர்த்தம். That means Soshnute Sarvan Kaman means Ashnute means attains. Attainment of Ashnute. Sarvan Kaman, all sense pleasures. Sarvan Kaman, all sense pleasures. Kama means what? Sense pleasure. Sarvan means what? All sense pleasures. Sarvan Kaman. When anna? One by one anna? Saha. Saha. Hakara enadana visarga eludakudadu. Saha means simultaneously, together, at a time. Not one by one. If when you are eating rasgulla, you cannot enjoy the gulab jam. When you are eating gulab jam, you cannot enjoy Mysore pak. When you are enjoying Mysore pak, you cannot enjoy other pleasure. Whereas Sarvan Kamanana, at a time, all desires. Ashnute, Saha Ashnute. Simultaneously, the knower of Brahman attains all desires or as good as fulfilled. That means what? You feel lightness. Avladha. You feel so light, Ananda, enlightenment. Enlightenment means Bhara Nivritti in Artham. What do you mean by enlightenment? Or bulb tapak, it will dazzle like anything. Ulla irukra manasukulla irukra emptiness, atrupti, bharam, everything is melting away. Even though global melting down taking place, this person is not melting because of that melt down, but his hridaya bharam melts down. That's enlightenment. Light irukradha enlightenment. People think enlightenment anna ஏதோ ஜோதியா தெரியும், லைட்டா தெரியும், அங்க எங்கேயோ என்ன புரியுறத வேர்டு மீனிங் ஆக்சுவலா என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட் என்னப்பா, அப்பா இன்னைக்கு என்ன ரொம்ப லைட்டா இருக்கு என்ன, அதுதான் என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட். அது மனசுல சரீரத்துக்கு இல்ல புத்திக்குள்ள வரணும், அது என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட். அதுதான் ஞானம். மனசுக்கு உள்ள வரதே ஒரு ஃபாஸ்டிங் மூலமா லைட்டா இருக்கலாம் இன்னைக்கு பாடி. இல்லை நேற்று ஃபுல் ஃபாஸ்டிங் சுவாமினி, துவாதசி வைகுண்ட ஏகாதசி, ஏகாதசி இன்னைக்கு துவாதசி விசேஷம், அது இது சேர்த்து நான் இன்னைக்கு சாப்பிடுவோம். அந்த பாடி லைட்னஸ் வேற, அது பாடியில வரும். மனசு லைட்டா இருக்கிறது என்னன்னா, மில்க் இஸ் அவைலபிள், கரண்ட், எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி இஸ் அவைலபிள், ஆல் கேட்ஜெட்ஸ் ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் வெரி நைஸ்லி அட் ஹோம். இது மானசிகமான ஒரு லைட்னஸ். ஓகே, எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் இன்டாக்ட். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகேன்னா இன்டாக்ட், அது மானசிகமான லைட்னஸ். புத்தில ஒரு லைட்னஸ் தான் என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட். அது எப்படி வரும்னா, கிளாஸ்ல உட்கார்ந்து படிச்சாதான் வரும். ஓகே, புரியுறதா? சாரீரக லைட்னஸ், பாடி லைட்னஸ், mental lightness and intellectual lightness, that is real enlightenment. Now comes that, this is third vritti over. Commentary, short commentary, short notes over. Commentary is going to come now. What are all over now? Sutra, vritti over. It's clear? Now come to Vyakhyanam. Again, Vyakhyanam on what? Brahman. Brahma vid apnoti param. So, that Brahman Vyakhyanam pannanam. Elaborate Vyakhyanam of these three topics. How Brahman is elaborate na? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akashas sambhutah akashad vayuh vayoragnihi agneerapaha adhyah prithvi prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annat purushah. Brahman is existent in the form of Srishti Karanam. Brahma Lakshanam sonnam. And the Brahman, how to know? You can know in this whole creation. The first topic, the definition of Brahman clarified here. Through the Srishti Prakaranam, Panchakosha Viveka, Prakriya, is the method of knowing. Vedana Prakaraha. So, Panchakosha Viveka is there. Tasmadva ye tasmad atmanaha. Srishti Prakriya is for Brahma. How to know Brahman? Brahman you know only as a Srishti Karanam. Srishti Karta Brahma. Yar Srishti Karta Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Srishti Karanam. Srishti Karanam ane cholli Tasmadva ye tasmad atmanaha akasha. This is the Vyakhyanam of that sutra. What sutra? Brahma. What is vritti? Satyam Jnanam. Brahman is equal to Satyam Jnanam is equal to Tasmadva ye tasmad atmanaha up to Purusha. Is it clear? Vyakhyanam over. Vyakhyanam over. All those Srishti Karanam, Panchabhutas, space, air, fire, water, earth, Oshadhis, plant kingdom and beings, whole thing, the Srishti came out of that Brahman, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. This is Vyakhyanam. First topic. What is second topic? Vedana Prakaraha. If you want to know how you should know, the commentary says here, by the Panchakosha Prakriya Dwara. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, Shaka Chandra Nyaya Dwarena, Arundhati Nakshatra Darshana Nyaya Dwarena. Jnapakirko, Shaka Chandra Nyaya Dwarena, or Arundhati Nakshatra Nyayam, like that. You have to travel from one kosha to another kosha to another kosha. In what flight or bus or train? You need not take any ticket. Attend the class properly. So you have to see the gross, subtler, subtlest, gross, grosser, grossest. Body is gross, mind, prana is subtle and mind is subtler. And Vijnana is subtlest. Below, above that Vijnana, Ananda, Maya Kosha is the subtler than subtlest. Adhikku mela Atma. Enna sollanu? Mano, eto, vacho, nivartante. Words still come back. They cannot talk about. The third topic. Then third topic is Ka Paraprapti. Attainment of Brahman means what? Attainment of Brahman, Paraprapti means nothing but Ananda. Satya Swarupa Ananda Jnanam. For that Ananda Mimamsa is the Vyakhyanam. Whole Ananda Mimamsa, Te Shatam Manusha Ananda. And the whole thing Ananda Mimamsa is the Vyakhyanam. Okay, these are the Vyakhyanams. Now I am going to elaborate. Oh, Mudila, ipo da Vyakhyana nadaka poradhu. Vyakhyana enna anjolli gist kuduthirken nanu. Enna Swamini over summary anu kekkadunga. Nariya irukke. So, how Srishti Prakaranam clarify Brahman? என்ன சொன்ன? சிருஷ்டி பிரகரணம் clarifies the satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Upanishad is going to elaborate how the Srishti Prakaranam clarifies Brahman. In Srishti, Brahman is presented as Karanam, world is presented as Karyam. World is presented as Karyam. Brahman is Karanam, world is Karyam. From this we have to extract all ideas. Cause and effect. Brahman is the cause, world is the effect. What is the first idea we have to extract? That Karanam exists before the Karyam. Karanam exists before the product. Correct dani? Before the product is going to come, Karyam exists or not. Before the pot is coming, the clay was there or not? Clay was there. Cause is the clay. Pot is that effect. First point. What is second point? While Karyam is appearing also, Karanam is there or not? There. So, Karyam vartamana kale api Karanam vartate eva. Karya srishti purvam Karanam asit. Asit. It was there. The grammar. It was there. Before this pot is coming, clay was there or not? Clay was there. Now clay is there or not? Vartamana kalam, present tense. Irukka illaya? Irukku. Na sandehamo? Illa Swamini, clay illaya pot thane paathinu irukken. Appo inga konja clay irukken ardham. Illaya? Yeah, what you are seeing is not clay, but pot, not pot, but clay alone. And so present time also is there. Once I break this pot, clay, mrid, bhavishyati va nava, will it exist or not? It will exist. That means what? Karanam will exist even after the destruction of Karyam. Correct dani? Appa enna ardham? This Karyam pot, before it is coming into existence, after its destruction also, what was existent, what is existent, what will be going to exist is the Satyam. What is the Satyam? Clay is the Satyam. Correct dani? Adha Satyam. What is Brahma definition? Satyam. Ennada Satyam na ipo? Trikale yat abadhyam tat Satyam. What was existent, what is going to be existent every time, 3 periods of time, that alone is called real Satyam. Clear? That is Satyam. Ornaments you take, gold was there before the ornament comes. When you are seeing the chain, gold is there. When you melt the chain, what is going to be there? Gold. What is Satyam? Gold is Satyam. Why? Trikale tishtati Satyam. Trikala avadhyam. Unnegatable at any period of time. Either past tense, present or future tense. Unnegatable. Similarly, you take wood also is Satyam. Before the desk was coming, wood was there. Now wood is there. After breaking this desk also, wood will be there. Wave, before the wave comes, water was there. As you are seeing wave, what is there? Water is there. Once wave disappears, what will be there? Water. So water is Satyam. Trikala abadhyam. Idella puriyirudho? Similarly, Brahman is also, before the world is going to manifest, Brahman was there. Once you see the world also, Brahman is there in the form of world. Then world disappears also, Brahman will exist. That's why Brahman is what? Satyam. Appa Swamini, clay also Satyam. Brahman also Satyam. Wood also Satyam. Water also Satyam. Ittana Satyam eppadi irukka mudiyum? Adella relative Satyam. இந்த பிரம்மன்ங்கிறது அப்சல்யூட் சத்தியம். அதெல்லாம் வியாவகாரிக சத்தியம். இது பிரம்மன் பாரமார்த்திக சத்தியம், ஹையர் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் ரியாலிட்டி. புரியுறதோ? This is the first idea we have to take. Second idea we have to extract from this is Karya does not exist separately from Karanam. Second idea. First idea is what? Karanam alone appears the 3 periods of time when it is appearing as the Karyam also. Karanam alone was there, is there, will be there. Is the first idea. Second idea is what cannot exist separately from the cause. Pot cannot exist separately from the cause, the clay. Karyam, pot, cannot exist separate na taniya. மண்ணு விட்டுட்டு இந்த குடம் இருக்க முடியுமா? முடியாது. So pot cannot survive without the karanam, clay. Chain cannot survive without the gold, cause. Desk cannot exist separately or differently without the wood. Wave cannot exist without water. Since world is karyam of Brahman, world cannot exist separately or without என்ன கிளையான்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஏன் அந்த சத்தமே வரல? Brahman. Since world is a product, world cannot exist separately from Brahman. Why? Any product cannot survive without the cause. Therefore, now where we are? In world. This is world. This body is in the world. Mind is in the world. Whole thing is world. Am I separate from Brahman? Impossible. Why? This body mind complex included in world. Since world is the product, the whole entire world cannot exist separate from the Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is not separate from me. That's the second idea. Priyardo? Very good. So, world and Brahman சொல்லக்கூடாது. விசிஷ்டாத்வைத்தம் மாதிரி துவைத்தம் என்ன சொல்லலாம்? துவைத்தமும் சுகமா, அத்வைத்தமும் சுகமா. எது சுகமாப்பான்னு? உலகமும் இருக்கு, பகவான் வைகுண்டத்தில் இருக்காரு. வைகுண்டத்தில் நேத்தி கதவில்ல ஓப்பன் ஃபார் வாட் மோக்ஷம். ஓகே, புராண கதாக்கு ஓகே, தட் இஸ் இட்ஸ் a belief. It's a belief. But intellect cannot swallow. Mind swallows. Intellect cannot swallow. Intellect asks a question. What do you mean by Vaikuntha? Where is it? Is it not here? So, Vaikuntha means nothing but recognize that Brahman is available all the time. All the time he is available, non-separate from the world. Therefore, what you say? World is here, God is somewhere and சொல்லக்கூடாது. World and God and சொல்லக்கூடாது. God and world you should not say. What you should say? World alone is God. God alone is appearing as the world. Therefore, Vaikuntha is where? World is Vaikuntha. Why? All worlds are in Brahman. Brahman is nothing but 14 lokas. Appearance, manifestation of Brahman. 14 lokas. Therefore, you should not say world and God and சொன்ன விசிஷ்டாத்வைத்தம் ஆயிடும், துவைத்தம் ஆயிடும். அப்ப என்ன அர்த்தம்? எதுக்கு? how you are able to say world and God are one and the same? Because world cannot exist separate from God. World is the product of God. Therefore, how can it exist without God. Therefore, I don't see anything separate from God. Therefore, what is this? This is only Vaikuntham. Why? Because Brahman is here. Where? Andhra Mahila Sabha. Also. Not only in Andhra Mahila Sabha, it is also Brahman is, because he is all pervading. Sarvagataha is the Jnanam. Okay. இந்த புராண கதை உபவாசம் பண்ணுங்க, வேண்டான்னு சொல்லலை. அதுக்கு அது இருக்கட்டும், உபாதிக்கு அது. அதனால ஞானம் புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஓகே, அறிய வேண்டிய விஷயம். ஓகே, வாட் இஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங்? அவஸ்தா அவஸ்தான காலே அஸ்தி, நாச காலே அப்பி அஸ்தி, பவிஷ்யத் காலே நாச காலே அப்பி அஸ்தி, பூர்வம் அப்பி அஸ்தி, தஸ்மாத் பிரம்மன் சத்யம். Second idea, Brahma abhinnam nimitta upadana karanam. Therefore, Brahman is vivarta karanam, non-separate from the material cause, non-separate from the intelligent cause, Brahman. Once you say this is, there is no second thing you can understand, there is no second thing to limit me. To limit, there is no second thing. So, Anantam is fulfilled. Anantam, when you can say, there is no second thing other than Brahman. Where is the question of limiting? Limitlessness. So, ornament cannot limit the gold, wave cannot limit the water, desk cannot limit the wood. Then what? Clay pot cannot limit the clay. World cannot limit the Brahman. Who is that Brahman? Aham Brahma Asmi Osi. RC RM Tagarar. Adila irinde pot vechinde clay Satyan Cholalama ilya. Vadam vechinde Aham Brahman Cholalama ilya. Clay vechindi clay Satyan Cholla vendi avashyam illa. Puriyartho? கிளே கையில் வச்சுன்னு கிளே சத்தியம் சொல்ல வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. ஏன் தெரியறது என்ன? அது மாதிரி பாட்டு வச்சுன்னு தான் கிளே சத்தியம்னு சொல்லணும். அதே மாதிரி ஆத்மா பிரம்மம் சத்தியம் பிரம்மா சொல்ல வேண்டாம். சரீரம்ல இருந்து அம்மா அப்பா மாதிரியா இருந்து, மாமியாரா இருந்து, ஹஸ்பண்டா இருந்து, வைஃபா இருந்து என்ன சொல்லணும்? அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி. அதுக்கு இதுக்கு சம்பந்தமே கிடையாது. அதுக்கு பாட்டு அது இருக்கட்டும். எங்க? RM RCல. இது என்ன? ஓசி. ஓசி என்ன? இது என்ன? நான். So this is a drama. Body mind complex is my vibhuti. I appear in this body, I appear in many bodies. Many bodies, many bodies. Okay. Now this is the second topic elaboration. The first topic elaboration over. Vyakhyanam over with these ideas. Okay, Jnanam part is not elaborated. That comes only in Panchakosha later. Okay, Jnanam part. Vijnanam yajnam tanute karmani tanute picha angivaram. So, now Vedana prakara Vyakhyanam. Srishti prakaranam over for Brahman ke. Vyakhyanam over. Now, வேதன பிரகார வியாக்கியானம். வேதனம்னா தமிழ்ல வேதனம் கிடையாது. ஓகே, வேதனம்னா நோயிங், மெத்தட் ஆஃப் நோயிங். தஸ்யேதமேவ சிரஹ மோதோ தக்ஷிண பக்ஷஹ பிரமோத உத்தர பக்ஷஹ ஆனந்த ஆத்மா பிருத்திவி புச்சம் பிரதிஷ்டா. அத ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அனுவாக்கா, செகண்ட் அனுவாக்கா, தேர்ட், ஃபோர்த், ஃபிஃப்த் அனுவாக்காஸ் ஆர் ஆல் அப் டு Ananda Atma. Upanishad takes the mind, of the student from gross to subtle. Okay, this Panchakosha Viveka Prakriya Dwara Upanishad is taking that mind from gross to subtle. Sudden subtle போறது கஷ்டம் மைண்டுக்கு. இந்த குழந்தை கூட்டிட்டு போய் you cannot ask headmistress, give admission to my child 10th standard. கொடுக்க முடியுமா? கேட்க முடியுமா? 10th standard you cannot ask for your child, kid. What do you ask? KG, pre-KG, LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard. அப்போ படி ஏறணும். அதே மாதிரி தான் இது கூட we have to travel. What we know is a tangible body, very easily we know. But subtle you have to know, na? Go beyond body mind complex, manomaya kosha, pranamaya. That is process here. How to come to Atma? Upanishad says, never look for Atma outside. Never look for Atma outside. Searching to objectify the Atma is meaningless. Time waste, no? Waste of time. Then, without searching, what to do now? Recognize the searcher is Atma. Searcher. The one who is searching. Onlooker. Onlooker, who is looking forward for Atma. Andanalum vandidadu. Andanalum vandidadu. Looking for Atma is called onlooker. Upanishad says that onlooker is Atma. Who is onlooker? Nane. Hey, Nida Atma Tatu Tvam Asina. You are Atman. So therefore, I am that Atma, Ananda Atma, Ananda Swarupam, Aham Atma. Priya Ananda, Moda Ananda, Pramoda Ananda, all are what Ananda? Koshananda. That Koshananda. Pleasure and pains. I am that Atma Swarupam, who is the witnesser of pleasure and pain. Ananda, I am witnesser. Pain also? So I am beyond Ananda and pain because I am the witnesser. I am the Sakshi. Then third topic comes Vyakhyanam. Ka parapraptihi. Ka parapraptihi. What is meant by paraprapti? Na phalam. Phalam is what? Prapti and na phalam. After 5th Anuvaka, 8th Anuvaka is the Ananda Mimamsa. 6th and 7th Anuvakas taken up as an aside topic. Okay, 6th and 7th Anuvakas are aside topics. 8th Anuvaka only Ananda Mimamsa comes. That we will see first now. Then that incidental topic I will keep it separately. Last we will see. Now the difference between Atmananda and Koshananda. Okay, Paraprapti means what? Na? Atmananda is a Bimbananda, original Ananda, OA. OC is OA. Okay, original Ananda. Koshananda is Pratibimba Ananda, reflected Ananda, RA. RC has got RA, OC has got OA. Mathematics equation class madri irko. Sorry. Second point, Atma is the subject of experiential object. Atma, Ananda, is the subject of experiential Ananda. That is object. I experience that Ananda. I am the subject. Okay? Experiencing what? Object of that Ananda. Ananda of that object. Rasgulla Ananda, who is experiencing? I am. So I am the subject. Experiencing what? Rasagulla Ananda. Rasgulla is subject or object? Appa. Podacham podo. Koshananda is object. Rasagulla Ananda is the object. Koshananda. Belong to Rasanendriyam. இதெல்லாம் சொன்னா வீட்டுக்கு போய் சாப்பிடணும்னு தோணுமோ? சாப்பிடாதுங்க அப்படியெல்லாம் போய். மூடாவது டிஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து Atmananda is not subject to gradation. Is not subject to gradation. Atmananda is always there. Deep sleep Ananda, is there any gradation? No. When you wake up, so much of gradation. Dreams la, pleasant dreams, unpleasant dreams, there also gradation is there. So Koshananda has got gradation. Swarupa Ananda or Atmananda lo gradation kadiyadu. அதுல ஆயாராம் கயாராம் கோஷானந்தா. ஓகே, வந்து போயிட்டே இருக்கும். எப்போ போகுமோன்னு பயம். இங்க அது மாதிரி கிடையவே கிடையாது. Fourth difference is Atmananda is of the nature of the seeker I. Atmananda is whose nature? The seeker. Who am I seeking for Atma? It's my nature. Seeker I. Atmananda is of the nature of the seeker I. Koshananda attains through sense pleasures. Atmananda I need not attain through sense pleasures. Koshananda is attainable through sense pleasures. Rasagulla Anandam, which sense you use? Rasanendriyam. Music, Shravanendriyam. Forms Ananda, Chakshurendriyam. Swarupananda, நான் ரொம்ப ஆனந்தமா இருக்க தூக்கத்துல. இதனால ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. I am very happy in my deep sleep. Because of what? Which sense organ, tell me? அது ஸ்வரூப ஆனந்தம். அப்படின்னு எப்பவுமே தூங்கிட்டே இருக்கணுமா என்ன? ஆனால் அன்பார்ச்சுனேட், நீங்க தூக்கத்துல நீ ஆனந்தமா இருக்குன்னு தெரியாது உனக்கு. அதுதான் கஷ்டம். அதனால தூங்கவே வேண்டாம்னா ஆனந்தத்துக்காக தூங்க வேண்டாம். Now you can recognize how I should know Swarupa Anandana. In every experiential Ananda, the Swarupa Ananda is evident or not. Without the Swarupa Ananda, experiential Ananda cannot be experienced. Why? Because the consciousness nature is Ananda Swarupa. இந்ததுதான் ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்காது. இது தெரிஞ்சா இதுதான் ஆனந்தம். கோஷானந்தம் கூட ஃபார் ஞானிக்கு கோஷானந்தம் ஆல்சோ வில் கம். ஸ்வரூபானந்தம் வில் கம். ஸ்வரூபானந்தம் எப்பவுமே இருக்கு. கோஷானந்தம் ஒரு போனஸ். வந்தா வரட்டும், வராட்டாலும் கூட ஓகே. ஏன்னா சப்போஸ் ஐ ஹாவ் எ ஸ்வீட் வெல் வாட்டர் 24 hours இன் மை ஹவுஸ் அவைலபிள். கார்பரேஷன் வாட்டர் வந்த ஓகே, வரலன்னா ஓகே, என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்? ஐ எம் நாட் having any crazy or craving for that water because I am full. அதே மாதிரி ஸ்வரூப ஆனந்தா is like a sweet water well 24 hours available. அந்த வாட்டர் வருமோ போகுமோ, எப்போ வராது தெரியாது. ஒரு கண்டாமினேஷனு. அதே மாதிரி இந்த கோஷானந்தம் கூட நல்லது சாப்பிடும் போது கசக்குன்னு ஒரு பிட்டர் வரும். கார்பரேஷன் வாட்டர் கூட அப்பப்போ கலர்ஃபுல்லா வந்துடும், தகராறு. அது மாதிரி one who has got ஞானம் will get ஆத்மானந்தா and கோஷானந்தா also. உபாதி இருக்கு இல்லையோ, கோஷானந்தா கூட வரும். இப்போ இந்த கிளாஸ் மூலமா ஒரு ஆனந்தம். என்ன ஆனந்தம்? கோஷானந்தம். ஸ்வரூபானந்தம் சொல்லாதுங்கோ. ஸ்வரூபானந்தம் கிளாஸ் மூலமா வராது, எது மூலமும் வராது. இப்போ இந்த கிளாஸ் மூலமா ஒரு ஆனந்தம் கோஷானந்தம். எந்த சென்ஸ் மூலமா வருது? ஸ்ரோத்ரேந்திரியம். ஓகே. ஸோ வைராக்கியம் இஸ் நெசசரி. ஆத்மானந்தம் வரணும்னா, ஆத்மானந்தம் வரணும் இல்லை, ஆத்மானந்தம் புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா என்ன வேணும்? வைராக்கியம் வேணும். நெசசரிலி he will have வைராக்கியம். அப்படி அர்த்தம். ஆத்மானந்தம் நானேதான் இந்த ஞானம் வரணும். he must have necessarily வைராக்கியம். எதுல வைராக்கியம் இருக்கணும்? கோஷானந்தத்துல. He has got vairagyam in Koshananda. He need not have. See, sometimes a person is having vairagyam, he need not have gnanam. Grapes are sour, vairagyam irukku. அவனுக்கு ஞானம் இருக்குமா என்ன? எல்லா ஞானிக்கு வைராக்கியம் கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். எல்லா விராகிஸ்க்கு ஞானம் இருக்கணும்னு கம்பல்சரி கிடையாது. ஓகே. All sannyasis need not be jnanis, but all jnanis are sannyasis. Whether they are grihastha or sannyasi doesn't matter. Okay. Suppose the jnani is having sense pleasures also. It comes under only Koshananda. He is enjoying like what? Not by enjoying them. Even by vairagyam also he can enjoy them. Adepadi care of original class. This is summary. Okay. It is like so Koshananda Brahmananda both are available for Jnani. Suppose you are giving nice bhiksha to me. What anandam adu? Bhiksha anandam. Kosha anandam. Vendama, venuma. Can I enjoy or not? Nicely I can enjoy. Okay. Therefore, now sarva kama avapti. Now the last point is, now the whole thing over, Srishti Prakaranam over, Panchakosha Prakriya over, and Ananda Mimamsa also over. Unit of Anandas over. Now here, Yato Vacho Nivartante, and the 6th and 7th portion, middle chonnalaya, there the 3 questions arise. Asanneva 7th and 6th and 7th anva, Asanneva sabhavati, Asad Brahmeti Veda Ched. Upon the questions, Anuprashnaha, implied question, first question, 2 are explicit questions. What is first question? Question number 1, what is the proof for the existence of Brahman? Vishishtadvaiti negates the existence of Nirguna Brahman. It is very, very genuine. Nirguna Brahman engirkena kannala paaka mudiyadu. So for that we say what? Nee irukliyo? Adha Brahman irukkenu ardham. So person exists and Brahman exists. So Brahman exists. For that I gave 8 reasons, 7 reasons. What are they? Nimitta Karvanatvad Brahma asti. Jagadrupena Vartamanatvad Brahma asti. Jivarupena Vartamanatvad Brahma asti. Sakrit Prasiddhatvad Brahma asti. Rasarupena Anandarupena Prasiddhatvad Brahma asti. Sharira Cheshta Darshanatvad Radha Cheshtavat Brahma asti. Bhaya Abhaya Karanatvad Brahma asti. 7 reasons I have given for Brahman existence. Then what? Can whether wise person attain Brahman or not, or ignorant person attain Brahman or not? For this, Upanishad doesn't give answer, because wrong question, no right answer. Why? Wise person, Jnani attaining Brahman anade kadayadu, because there is no question of attaining. Jnani recognize himself as Brahman. Ever Brahman. Okay. Before ignorance also I was Brahman. Now also I am Brahman. Therefore, in future also I am Brahman only. Therefore, where is the question of attaining Brahman? Therefore, Jnani, there is no question of attaining Brahman. What about ignorant person? Ignorant person also was Brahman, is Brahman, and will be Brahman. Analum, he do not know he is Brahman. Therefore, there is no question of attaining Brahman, losing Brahman. If you Jnatam Chet, if he knows I am Brahman, it is well and good. If you do not know, he is ignorant person. Where is the question of ignorant person will attain Brahman or not? Ignorance person will not attain Brahman, because even though he is a Brahman. Clear that? Ignorant person cannot attain Brahman even though he is a Brahman. Already he is Brahman. Persona panam irukka illen nenikra. Avan rich person, poor person? Poor person. Ignorant person is Jnani or Ajnani? Enna question? Ajnani da. Adnale அந்த கேள்விக்கு பதிலே இல்லை. ஒரு ஞானிக்கு அவனுக்கு பிரம்மன் தான் எப்பவுமே தெரியும், அஜ்ஞானிக்கு தெரியாது. அதனால தான் ஞானி இஸ் எ ஃபார்ச்சுனேட் பர்சன், அஜ்ஞானி இஸ் எ அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட் பர்சன், ஈவன் தோ ஹி இஸ் பிரம்மன். அதனால அவனுடைய தலை எழுத்து. ஏன்னா படிக்கல சாஸ்திரம், என்ன பண்றது? With this, Upanishad concludes Brahmananda Valli. Like Karna, Maharathi Karna, even though he is a Karna, Kunti Putra, he do not know he is Kunti Putra. He is as good as Suta Putra only. Once Kunti said, you are Kunti Putra, and Channa Vadane, Karnan, he attained Kunti Putra status. He is already Kunti Putra only. The notion is removed. Karna is Kunti Putra already. If you do not know he is Kunti Putra, he thinks as a Suta Putra, like Ajnani. Once he recognizes Kunti Putra, Karna is no more a Suta Putra. So, where is change? Karna's body lo change kadayadu. As it is Karna, but on the notional correction. Ajnaniki notional correction pannano, Jnaniki adi mudichachi. Avladha. Ada Brahma Ananda Valli. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.